Do you remember the days before digital media when you could just simply do whatever you want with the media you purchased? That means that, let's say I had a book and I just finished reading it. And I said, hey, Bob, you want to read that book? Here you go. And you lend them the book. Or maybe you give it to them. It's your choice. In fact, you might even decide, if you don't know Bob very well, you might sell Bob your book. You've bought it. You want to give it away. You want to sell it. You want to share it. You want it back. You don't want it back. Either way, you had the book. It was yours. Same thing with records. You know, you used to go to flea markets all the time. You'd find used records. You'd flip through there and look for the things you liked. You could do that back then. How come you can't do that with digital anymore? I mean, technically, there's a lot of people sharing files, and now that's always been considered illegal because they always felt that, well, if you're sharing a file, that means you have your copy of the Beatles, and you then say to somebody, here's a copy of the Beatles. I don't think that's the right thing to do. Now, the point is, if they had a truly useful and effective digital rights management system where there's a digital rights library and you physically have access to that library until you decide you no longer want a book, a record, a movie, whatever it may be, you should be able to then remove it from your library and give it to somebody else. That means it leaves your library and it goes to the other person by you either sharing it with them and lending it to them. And of course, they eventually have to give it back because now it's no longer in your library. So you want it back, you get it back. But if you sold it to them, you give them the file, it drops from your library, meaning your ability to play it, and it appears in their library. So you can effectively lend something away, give something away, or sell it. So digital media needs to be the same way. If you bought a movie, for example, from Amazon Movies on their digital platform, you should be able to then move that movie to another person. In fact, as I said in another post, you should actually be able to move it from one platform to another. So if you got that movie in your Amazon account and you want to play it on your Apple TV, you should be able to take that rights to that movie, remove it from your Amazon account and put it in your Apple account. Then you can play it on your Apple TV. Or if you're just tired of the movie, you should be able to give it away or lend it to somebody. Point being is you should have digital rights management and the ability to move things in and out of your account at will, sharing if you want to share. But again, that's like lending because while the recipient has the movie or the book or whatever it may be, it's no longer in yours. Fair is fair. You've sold, the manufacturer sold one copy, the publisher sold one copy of the product. That's to you. And you're done with it. You should be able to give it to someone else, send it to someone else, and let them have it until you either want it back or you get paid for it or you just give it away. So that is today's idea of the day. Oh, hey, thanks for watching. While you're here, don't forget to subscribe to my new YouTube channel and visit ideaoftheday.com because I put a new idea up every single day. You wouldn't want to miss that, would you? And think about it. Some of my ideas may be great and some of them may suck, but I promise you, some of them won't suck.